Hey guys, it's Jessie Bieber, and I know I'm wearing the same shirt from my last video. Don't mind, but I just feel so lazy to change it, and I'm recording 2 videos in one day just to get things over with. Today I'm going to be talking about my anxiety, and the reason why I want to talk about this is because I've been suffering from it for so long already, especially now. Like recently I've been getting a lot of anxiety, and it's just really annoying, and it affects my daily life. Thank God that this past week I haven't had it. I actually had it a little bit on the train today before class. Today's Sunday, by the way. I'm recording this on a Sunday, April 10th. This might go up, I don't know when, but thank God I was able to control it throughout this week, but the week prior to that and the week prior to that, it's just been out of control. And lately I've been noticing that I have it maybe like 4 out of 7 days a week, and it's just really bad. So I know earlier in this video I said that I've had it for a long time. That's actually not true. It's not as long as many people that I know have had it. It actually started back in high school. I'm in college right now. It started in my senior year of high school. And the first time that I experienced anxiety, if you guys heard my podcast on SoundCloud, then you probably already know this. I will link it down below, but I'm pretty much gonna just say what I said from there. When I was in high school, I was just in English class in the back of the class, and we had to get on the computer, and out of nowhere I started getting anxiety, but I didn't know what I was experiencing because that was the first time. So I get up and I just tell the people around me, like, I feel terrible, I'm gonna go to the bathroom because I don't know if I have to puke, and I don't want to embarrass myself in class. And it was a packed class, by the way. So I was just getting really nervous and just thinking about it, and I didn't know what was going on. Later on that day, I figured, okay, I drank coffee before going to school. That was probably why, and that was the reason why. But apart from the coffee, it was anxiety. I searched the symptoms on Google, and everyone was saying anxiety, anxiety, anxiety. I had nausea. I wanted to, like, basically die. Okay, I was shaking and I felt my heart accelerating. It was just increasing, my breathing. It was just terrible. So from that day on, I told my parents, okay, I just had, like, I don't know, a panic attack. Of course, I didn't know I was having a panic attack then, but I told my parents I have anxiety. Like, I hope that never comes back. Like, I hope I never have to suffer with that again. But I was wrong. Around summertime that year, I went to California. Actually, no, it wasn't summertime. It was probably like 2 weeks later from that time. My second attack came, and it was on the airplane, which was just terrible. The whole 5 hours I thought were gonna be calm, but I was wrong. Around maybe like an hour and a half prior to getting to Cali, I started feeling like I wanted to throw up. I immediately put in my headphones because that distracts me when I feel that way, so I just put like soothing music. At the time I did not have meditation music, but I just put like soft music. I didn't want anything like that would, you know, make me feel worse. So I just told my mom, leave me alone. When I have anxiety, I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to, you know, concentrate and just be in my own little world. So my brother was like freaking out, asking me what's wrong. My mom is asking me what's wrong. I'm like, please just don't talk to me. And they kind of got like, you know, like, wow, why is she acting like that? But I don't mean to act like that. It's just it comes out when I have anxiety. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to tell you what I feel. I just want to be in my own world and concentrate on what I'm feeling. So thank God I did not have to go to the bathroom, like, to throw up or anything. I survived. The music made me feel better, and I just kind of watched TV on the airplane and just forgot about the whole thing. But throughout that entire Cali trip, I felt sick every night. Maybe like 4 nights that I was there. I stood there about 6 days. I don't remember, maybe 5 to 6 days, but like every night I would feel like throwing up. So the day after we got to Cali, we went to Walmart with our friends and my mom and my brother, and we were just gonna do like some shopping and stuff, and I couldn't. Like, I just felt terrible. I immediately got anxiety from seeing all the people around me. I don't know what was going on. Like I said, I kind of knew I had anxiety because I already experienced it the first time and I looked it up, but I was like, maybe I'm homesick, I don't know, maybe I'm just sick, maybe it was motion sickness, but no, it was anxiety. And my trip was great, but that ruined it. Like, I would not rate it a 10 out of 10, the experience, because my anxiety. I barely ate. And the thing with me is, you guys already know that I have like a phobia with vomiting. I'm not sure what the name is for that, but I avoid any type of situation that would lead me to vomiting, because I can't even stand the thought of vomiting. It really, really scares me. That's why I know I'm not of age to be drinking, but I don't drink and I don't do anything. Like, I don't stuff myself with food. I even hate being full. I hate the feeling of being full because I feel like I'm gonna throw up. So I avoid anything that leads me to wanting to throw up. I do feel nauseous at times, nauseated many times. I go through it all the time, but I don't actually gag or anything like that. Thank God. Knock. But yeah, from that time I would say that when I came back home I was fine, and anxiety was just gone for a long period of time. But then I went to college. I started college and I knew that I had a problem. I obviously had a problem with anxiety. When I get anxiety, like I said, my heart beats like extremely fast, like really fast, and I just feel it like that. Like, I can almost hear my heart accelerating. My breathing increases. I just start breathing like really fast, and I start sweating. It depends. Sometimes I get cold, I get chills, or I get hot. So I have heat flashes, cold flashes, and I get in a bad mood. Obviously, I feel like throwing up, which is the worst symptom of it all, and you just feel nervous. And I know the fear is irrational, but that's just how I feel. You know, it's irrational. Anxiety is irrational, but like, I can't really sit here and tell you the reason behind my anxiety because I don't know. I learned in psychology that there is a reason behind it, that it has to do with your unconscious mind, and you're repressing something that you don't want to know about yourself, so it leads to anxiety. But I don't know if I believe that. It has to do a lot with Freud and all that. If you're studying psychology, you know what I'm talking about. For all of you who don't know anything about psychology, you're probably like, shut up, I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, this is not an informative video. Well, it is sort of, but I don't want to get into the whole psychology thing. But yeah, I do study psychology. So anxiety is just being nervous. It's more than being nervous, but the reason behind it is unknown. You don't know the reason. I mean, sometimes you may know the reason, but for me, I don't know the reason why I get anxiety. It can just be anything. But I have noticed that I get anxiety before class, which is terrible. I don't want to say that I have a social phobia, because I obviously don't. I'm talking to you guys, even though it's through a camera, but it's going up on the internet where anyone can see it. And I communicate with others very well. I don't get nervous or nothing. Like, I used to be worse. I went through a public speaking class, so like, I can't have social phobia. But I don't know. The thought of being around a lot of people or crowds sometimes makes me nervous. So maybe like me just being in class around people, I get nervous. But I don't know, guys. I really don't know. It's unknown why I get anxiety, but it's really terrible, and I don't wish it upon anyone. It's not good at all. What I do for my anxiety, I do several things, and I hope that I can help you guys out that have anxiety out there. I started listening to meditation music, and I realized that it was amazing. It was really helpful, and that's what I've been doing every time that I get anxiety. I just listen to meditation music. I bought this specific song. I'm gonna tell you guys the song, so maybe you can go buy it on iTunes or whatever, hear it on YouTube if they have it there. But it's called, this is what I listen to on the train if I get anxiety. I actually did today. It's called Peace of Mind, and it's by Meditation Music. So you don't have to necessarily buy this one. There's a lot out there, but I like this one. It was my preference, so I purchased that one, and I listen to it all the time. I repeat it and repeat it until I feel better, and it just really makes a difference. It all has to do with your mind, guys. If you can't control your mind, then your anxiety cannot be controlled. The mind is one of the most powerful things that you have, okay? So if you cannot control your mind, then your body cannot be controlled. The way you feel cannot be controlled. So it's very important that you do things to allow you to just focus on your attention on something else. Or so when you put meditation music, you just focus on the music, and it's very soothing, and it just relaxes you. Apart from the meditation music that I do listen to, I actually do meditate, and I want to thank my cousin Marisol for recommending me this app. It's called Calm. I'll show you guys a video right now. and it's just really amazing. You can meditate for the amount of time. I think it's like 10 minutes or I don't know, but it's so cute how in the beginning of the app it says take a deep breath. I just find that very soothing, and I always take a deep breath when it tells me that. But they have like different scenarios, like ocean, the sky, whatever relaxes you. For me, what relaxes me, there's like it reminds me of like the galaxy, like outer space. Like, I'm not weird, but that's what soothes me. So yeah, I just meditate, and usually lasts for like what, 15 to 18 minutes. It depends. It depends, but I'm still working on that. I don't meditate every day, even though you should, because it helps you. But apart from all that meditation stuff, I take deep breaths. That really helps you. And you just have to think positive. If your cognition is like bad, if it's negative, if you're constantly thinking negative thoughts, then nothing good. You're not gonna get anything good out of it. You need to change your whole way of thinking, your perception of life and everything. So I try to think positively, which is really hard for me because I'm like a negative thinker sometimes. Like, I just think the worst. Like, if I have anxiety, I'll keep reminding myself that I have anxiety instead of like focusing my attention on something else. So it's very important that you change the way you think. Your eating habits also have to do with that. I noticed that when I eat, like, for example, a croissant or whatever, bread in the morning, I get anxiety, and I don't understand why, but I get worse. So lately I've been having to skip breakfast, and I just go straight to class, and I'll just eat after I leave school. That way I don't get anxiety. But it's weird, but it all has to do with the way that you treat your body and what you feed it and all that. So that's very true. What else do I do? Lately I've been coloring, and I know that sounds childish, but they have adult coloring books, and I purchased one from the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and they are just so amazing. They really help. And I also have 2 apps. I will show you guys the apps. One of them is called Owl Coloring, and the other one is Color Therapy. I recommend that if you have anxiety, you get these apps because they really work. And especially if you're on the train and you don't have any service, like to be on any other social media things, just go on your app and start coloring, and put in your headphones or earphones and just start listening to the meditation music. It's really soothing, and it just kind of takes your attention off the anxiety. Probably the most important thing for me is gum. I carry gum every single place that I go. It's essential. I need my gum, and the specific gum that I get is mint or peppermint. Those 2 help me. The reason why I chew gum is because if I get nauseous, it just resolves that whole issue. Like, it just makes me feel better, and I don't feel like throwing up anymore. So when I get anxiety in the middle of the night, yes, I do get up and creep into my little book bag or my purse where I have my gum. I take a piece of gum, put it in my mouth, and I just lay down, put my earphones, and start going on the meditation app that I told you guys about, or just listen to the meditation music. There are lots of free music on YouTube on here that you can go and search. They even have meditation music for soothing music for headaches, for stomach aches, and that stuff works, guys. Like, you just have to find ways to make yourself better and not stay miserable. Do not stay in that one place and just think about anxiety. You have to do something. You can either go to therapy, you can do whatever you want, but I prefer to just listen to meditation music, chew on my gum, and just sit still and think positively. So I hope that you guys learned something from this video. I deal with anxiety a lot, and it's something that I'm gonna have to deal with for the rest of my life, unfortunately, but I embrace it, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. I know some people don't, they prefer to keep that stuff to themselves, but I'm very open about that. And if you guys have any questions about anxiety or what I do, like what else do I do, that's pretty much all I do for now. I'm pretty sure I'll find better things, but that stuff works for me, and I recommend it that you all try them out. So yeah, and you're very lucky, by the way, if you don't experience nausea when you have anxiety. Sometimes when you're having anxiety, it's important to talk to someone, even though I know many of you don't like talking to anyone while you're going through that, including myself. I don't like talking to anyone. I just want to be in my own world, like I said. But if you don't want to talk to anyone while you're experiencing that, if you have a pet, they really help. Just cuddle up with your pet, and they will make you feel so much better. That's what I do with my dog. I like grab her from the floor or her bed, wherever, and I put her on my bed, and I just lay down with her and cuddle with her, and I feel so much better. or you can take a hot bath, a cold bath, it depends, whatever you like. You can do something to distract your mind, like singing or dancing, that may help. Exercise may help. I haven't tried exercising while having anxiety, because when I have anxiety I just want to lay down and be calm, but there are people out there that may prefer that. It just all depends on what your defense mechanism is. So yeah. Of course, I'm not a psychologist. I cannot diagnose myself and say that I have generalized anxiety disorder or panic disorder or social phobia or any specific type of phobia. I can't diagnose myself because I'm not a professional, but I do have to say that I have a problem with anxiety. I personally don't think it's to the point where I would be diagnosed with having an anxiety disorder, because that's kind of, you know, just like really intense. Mine is intense, but not as intense as people who have gotten diagnosed for it. But I do have to say that I have a problem with anxiety, and I'm sure there are actually so many people that I know that go through this, and there are millions and millions of people around the world that suffer and go through anxiety. What else do I want to tell you guys? Just in case you guys are wondering, I do not take any type of anti-anxiety medication such as anxiolytics or anything like that, beta blockers. I don't take none of that because I haven't been diagnosed with a, you know, problem. So I can't take any of that. It requires a professional to, you know, be able to prescribe me pills or anything like that. So I just do everything natural, what I just listed, like what I just said. Meditation, I lay down, I chew on my gum, I color, I do all that stuff that I just said. I don't take any type of pills, just in case you guys are wondering. And there's actually some like natural things you can do for anxiety. I kind of don't remember what the name was, but my professor told me about it. It's like a herb or something like that that you get to take if you have anxiety. Go look it up and I'm pretty sure you'll find it. But yeah, I don't really know much about anti-anxiety stuff, like medication. I mean, if you have an intense problem to the point where you have to see a professional and they prescribe you, then I do recommend taking it. I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but personally for me, if I were diagnosed, I probably wouldn't take any of that, because things like that can lead to depression. It could lead to thoughts of suicide, and I'm not trying to make myself worse, and I'm not trying to be diagnosed with another mental disorder or anything like that. So you just have to Google these things and know what you're taking. And of course, every type of medication has a symptom to your body. Everything that doesn't belong there will cause you to have symptoms, so just know that. But like I said, I just keep it natural. I recommend that you keep it natural too if you can, but if you can't to the point where you need meds, then go ahead and take your meds. Like I said, I'm no doctor, I'm just saying. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want like a part 2 of anxiety, like just me answering your questions about it, definitely leave a comment down below and I will think about doing it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.